Hey there, it's Margaret from Hearts and Home, and this video is part 2 of how to can dried beans. Now when you're ready to can your beans, you do want to make sure that you've got your tray in the bottom of the canner. Place your jars into the canner. Once you have all the jars into the canner, you can go ahead and add your water. You want to add enough water to go about halfway up the jars. I'm going to turn my stovetop on to about a medium heat. And I'm going to put my lid onto my pressure canner and seal it. Now you do want to make sure that you have your rubber gasket in there if your canner has a rubber gasket. My burner is on a medium heat. Now what I'm doing is watching for steam to start coming out of here. Once it does, I'm going to put the rocker on top, and that's when we'll start watching for the pressure to build up in the canner. We do not count our canning time until the pressure has reached the correct amount on the gauge. There's a steady stream of steam coming out of the vent, so I'm going to go ahead and place my rocker on top. The gauge has reached the correct pressure for my altitude. I can now begin counting my processing time. Okay, the timer's gone off. I'm going to go ahead and turn the burner off and move the pot off of the burner. And what we're going to do is allow the pressure to come down. We'll know that it's all the way down because the dial will go down to 0 and the pressure indicator will drop. The pressure on the gauge has dropped to 0 and the pressure indicator has gone all the way down. It's now safe to remove the rocker and the lid. You do want to make sure that when you lift the lid, you lift it away from you because of the large amount of steam that is going to come out. Using my jar lifter, I'm going to remove my jars from the canner and place them on a shelf to cool. My jars are cooling on a wire shelf, and I've lined it with some newspaper because the jars are still slightly wet. While the jars are cooling, you want to make sure that you don't touch the tops of the lids. Doing so can cause a false seal that will later pop open. The jars need about 12 hours to fully cool and seal. After the jars have fully cooled down, you can check the center of the lid to make sure it is pulled all the way down. Remove the rings and store your beans in a cool, dark place. If you find that some of your jars did not seal, you can place a new lid on the jar and reprocess it, or store them in the refrigerator and use them within about 48 hours.